George's farm is in Kiambaa, Mogoga Ward in Kiambu County, an area where most homesteads lie on less than a quarter acre of land. This means that the space for farming is quite limited. Chicken farming therefore is a common venture in the area since they require minimal space if you build structures in a way that maximizes the limited land space. He insists, however, not to compromise on the comfort of the birds, especially at the brooding stage.
Kuku at a young stage zinatakaga joto. Without warmth, they'll die. Zitakuwa hypo something. Yeah, they'll die. So, lazima zikuwe na joto sana, and you must be very careful about what you put in their food. Juu hizi chicks zinapenda kuscrabble sana kwa ground, so unapata hizi pieces zinaingia kwa chakula. So hizo chakula zinakula, zinashindwa kuingest juu bado digestive system ija grow. So unapata inaziumiza, they start bleeding, they start dying. Kitu ingine ni you have to be very careful, unaweza zikanyaga juu zinatoshana hivi, they are too small. And for the early mornings and late nights, sit up actually na stima pia inatuletea ngori sana. Juu tuseme example stima zihepe usiku, manze ilibidi hata sasa to buy backup lights, so we keep them on charge kila time. Ndio stima zikihepa kuku hazitaleta shida. Juu kukiwa na giza, they huddle up in one spot and they start stampeding each other, and they start suffocating each other. So unapata kuna zingine zimekufa. Unapata hazitoshei hiyo place, una extend, lakini utaki kuzipatia space mingi sana. Ziende zingine huddle up mahali penye huwezi ziona. So you like unaziextendia tu gradually, venye tu zinaendelea zikimea. Lakini ikifika sasa stage ya kutaga, ndio sasa unazi-enlarge zikuwe na space, and you give them more food, obviously, due to production, and more water. Water is very important.
It is more efficient to provide the correct environmental conditions from the beginning rather than try to correct a problem from poor management later during the flock. Some of the requirements of a good brooder include proper bedding material or litter. The main purpose of bedding material is to absorb moisture. Broilers retain approximately 20% of the water they consume, and the other 80% is excreted or expired into the house environment. Feeds and water. It is important that chicks find feed and water in the first 48 hours. In order to reduce feed wastage, the feeder system is often operated manually as long as the supplemental feeders are being used. Lighting. Bird activity is directly correlated with light intensity. During the first 3 days, efforts should be made to encourage chick activity so that they can search out and learn where food, water, and heat sources are located. Temperature. Chicks cannot regulate their body temperature at hatch and are dependent on the house and floor temperature. Radiant brooders work well for heating broiler houses as the majority of the heat is directed to the floor. Ventilation. The purpose of minimum ventilation during the brooding period is to control moisture and air quality. Whether the house is using fresh shavings or used litter, the house has to be ventilated from day one.
Hapa kama unaona example, hapa hatujajenga in stone. Tumejenga tu hadi stone hadi hapa, and the rest ni mbao. Mbao ni juu ya aeration. Lazima zikuwe na hewa. Juu ya ammonia yenye you produce huko ndani. I think you can feel it. Lazima ikuwe properly aerated, kuku zisisuffocate. Na lazima ikuwe structure firm juu ya in cases of insecurity. So unaona kama hapa tucheka mabati tumeka drums. So tumeka drums side yote ya nyuma, sambao side yote ya mbele. Lazima zikuwe aerated. Juu tukizileta tulikuwa tumecover every place actually. Ndio kitu isingie kutoka nje. Unajua there are airborne diseases. Yeah, they come from outside. So tukaanza, lakini sasa the more they grew, the more zikaanza kuwa stuffy, so tukazifungulia zipate hewa. So lazima ikuwe safe, the first thing. Lazima ikuwe properly aerated, and yeah, ikuwe tu na isikuwe crowd, ikuwe spacious sana. Juu ya kutaga na kukula na kumanuva. Unajua kukula nataka pia kumanuva. Plus lazima ikuwe clean. Like kama beddings, you have to change them like averagely thrice. Once in 3 months. So like thrice a year. ndo kuna kaa fresh, kusikuwe na hiyo dampiness. Hiyo dampiness inakazidi diseases fulani.
Security is key, and George has taken measures in the style and the materials he has used to build his poultry house.
Sasa tunaweka hizo alarm na whatever, the alarm whatever, that stuff. Yeah, the padlock. So unaweka
kama saa hii mimi
umebuy padlock. Hiyo padlock ukiguza italia mara ya kwanza. Ukiguza tena ile mara ya tatu itameka loud noise. So usiku utaisikia. Plus nachiki kwenye sasa hii base iko si mbali sana na keja. So kusikia msee akivunja utakuwa umemsikilia mbali. Lakini wacha niseme tu haijatuwapenia juu hatujai kuwa na hiyo situation, lakini it happens. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, better safe than sorry. Yeah, especially when it comes to this.
We couldn't help but notice that he had a cock amongst the layers, which is not a common practice when rearing layers.
Sasa jogoo, it's a very funny story. Nikizitoa kwa hatchery, nilikuwa nimekuja sasa na zintroduce kwa new environment. So lazima uzitoe moja moja. So the jogoo happened to pop up kwa hiyo batch. So tulipata hapo kwa hiyo batch as an extra. So tukasema acha tuilishe, ikifika time tuichinje tukule.
George narrates further on some of the practices he employs at his poultry farm.
Wind hutoka huku sana, huku chini. Lazima tucover up hii place. Juu disease inaweza toka huko kwa msee ako na kuku huko, ipande hivi ipate zetu zianze kugonjeka, unaacha kitu imeenda loss. So lazima uangalie wind direction. Uzieke opposite. You put the budded area on the windy side, and the less windy side ikuwe properly aerated, ndio hewa iweze kusafiri. Unajua ukikanyaga huko nje, unaweza kanyaga kitu mbaya, ama unaweza kuwa umetoka farm nyingine ukatoa hiyo disease huko tena ukaileta huko. Ikiplantiwa huko obviously in place crowded, zitashikwa na disease haraka zikufe. Yeah, plus we give them antibiotics from time to time. Zikidevelop infection, tunapenda kuzikab sana. Hizo infection juu zinaendaga zinakuwa worse, unapata kama kuna loss ya 20 pieces, 40 pieces. There are people who lose even half of their lot before hata zianze kutaga. Yeah, it happens. New story ati ukitoka nje na hizo viatu unaingia kwa kuku, unatoka kwa kuku unaenda huko. Hizo mashughuli. Ndio maana sasa tuna specific, lazima kuna specific shoes za kuingia huko. Ziko limited only to the farm. Yeah, debeaking is a must juu zisikule mayai. Juu manze zikula mayai. Hata zikiwa in this stage they do. So lazima tuzikataga before zianze kutaga. Tukinotice zinaanza kutaga, we debeak them right away. Zisipate hiyo tamaa. Zikipata hiyo tamaa zikula mayai sana, unapata tunaenda loss sana, especially asubuhi zikiwa more. Yeah, we have a guy from Kenchik anakujaga na hiyo machine. Lakini anaweza kata bado na scissors. Yeah. Lakini hiyo machine ndio better. Juu inaweza inachoma hiyo wound na cauterize hiyo wound vizuri.
Given that agriculture is one of the continent's biggest economic sectors, generating broad economic development and providing much more of the population with food, this poses a serious threat to the future of farming and to meeting the demands of a rapidly growing urban population. Growing youth unemployment, aging farmers, and declining crop yields under traditional farming systems mean engaging youth in agriculture should be a priority. There are various ways that can be used to attract the youth into agriculture. Stop linking poverty with agribusiness. Youth want to work in an enterprise that is going to give them results based on the effort they put in. But based on their experiences, 9 out of 10 youth are running away from farming. Poverty also exists in other sectors of the economy in Kenya. So, the primary way to attract youth in agribusiness is to dissociate agriculture and poverty. Making financing accessible. Very few youths have the basic funds necessary to invest in any farming venture of their choice or even buy quality inputs to start their business. Building youth skills in ICT. When attracting youth in agribusiness, we should use their natural skills in information and communication technology as a means to build networks and access to timely information. These young agripreneurs are very curious and strategic in getting information about pricing. Creating an enabling business environment. Additionally, the government can and should create an enabling business environment. Currently, different institutions collect taxes from farmers, reducing their performance and discouraging them from further investment in agribusiness. George's advice to the youth is,
hata kama unafanya your own stuff uko nje, at least you have something to come home for. You have something you're doing, you're being productive. Ukuwe productive member of society, ukuwe unasaidia nchi yenyewe, ukusaidia pia mapiro wako. So ukishinda base naye atakuokorea, especially mavijana. Boy child kwa hii country tuko na shida, na hiyo ni ukweli, tumefinyiliwa. Lakini that doesn't mean that tunafaa kuwekwa down. We are brave people and we are Africans for Pete's sake. So we can weather any storm. As you can see, the food business never runs out of business. So yes, it's inspiring, plus it's inspiring to watch them grow, learn about them, learn about the vaccines, learn about the market, interact with different people.
If you know of any ways or projects to help youth engage in agriculture, we'd love to hear your thoughts. You can reach us on our SMS platform on your screen, that is 22071, or our social media platforms, which are Farm Kenya on Facebook and Farm Kenya 254 on Twitter. Keep it KTN, Farmers TV.